So technique sets are just really practice, and depending on how strong you are, the stronger and more experienced you become, the lighter you can typically go on these and get some benefit from them. Using an extreme example, young curly-haired CWS. The year is 2016. A peaking squat workout for me is going to be, 915, 925 pound type of range. I can't do that twice a week. Far from it. When the weights become really, really heavy, you have to spread those sessions out further and further. But you don't want to just squat once a week, because the technical SRA curve is going to get violated with that. And you're not going to be, one of our main goals of peaking, refining and honing your technical prowess with just one time a week squatting. Then it's going to behoove you to introduce a secondary day, and that might be a technical day. So for me, I knew that at 170 kilos, so about 30% of my squat, I could feel technical errors that I may have been making, heavy enough to give me that feedback where I could, all right, you set your hands the right way, your feet are the right way. Was your weight a little too far? Was it a little bit too far back? Did your hips rise a little bit fast compared to your shoulders? Those little changes, the more in tune you can be, the more mindful you can be with what you're doing, the lighter weight you'll be able to feel that at. So that's typically going to be all the way down for the most experienced lifters at about 30%. And then less experienced lifters might need more like 70 to 75% to feel that. But if you're doing 75% for a couple sets of 1 to 3 reps, all right, and really, again, thinking of it as like a deep practice concept, that it's almost like a visualization tool that you're going through and treating every single one of those reps the same way that you would your opening attempt in a meet. So, whether you're having someone call the commands for you or just hearing the commands in your head, you're visualizing the process, again, of the dozens and dozens of screaming fans all around you, and the judges with their, judgy faces, holding their red flags, almost ready to raise it before you even begin your descent. Visualizing all of that, to set yourself up for the most effective practice possible. Using that as like a secondary day is going to be very helpful to develop the technical prowess. And it's also going to help actually manage and decay fatigue, because you're going to get blood flow to the exact same muscles that you're needing to recover from the squat. So while something like, dragging the sled can be useful from a recovery standpoint like that, it's much more general in nature. And when you're that close to competition, the more specific is going to be more helpful. I would rather use the squat to help me recover from squatting and help me learn how to squat than I would using something like sled dragging, which could be more appropriate in more general phases.